It typically starts with what looks like a routine issue, but underneath, a sophisticated adversary may already be at work. For Murky Panda, a China Nexus threat actor known for patience and precision, campaigns often unfold this way. They methodically compromise systems, access sensitive files, and deploy low-prevalence malware to remain embedded. By the time they're discovered, they are often already entrenched in cloud infrastructure and probing SaaS applications for ways to expand further.
Murky Panda is a sophisticated Chinese Nexus state actor. This is an actor that works to exploit vulnerabilities in edge devices, in internet-facing servers, to gain access to an environment. Again, highly sophisticated, are not afraid to use a 0-day to gain access and move laterally into an environment.
Are we seeing 0 days used primarily on network edge devices or servers, or a mix of both?
I would say a mix of both. This is an actor that is able to move into an environment low and slow, gain persistence, move laterally, and really stay under the radar for most organizations. They are able to use 0 days in a sophisticated way, but also gain access and learn an environment over time, to the point where they may know the environment and the applications of an organization better than perhaps the people that developed them.
Okay, so what kinds of things do we see them do once they establish that foothold into organizations?
This is an actor that will use techniques like SQL injection. They will find vulnerabilities in API endpoints, perhaps undiscovered. They're then able to use to, again, maintain persistence or gain access to data within those applications and export that data or exfiltrate that data from the environment.
What types of data are they primarily interested in?
They want intellectual property, things that can further the national interests of industries in China. So they're looking again for a deeply embedded approach. They want to be there for the long haul. They want to understand over time where an organization's intellectual property is going to and how they can use that to further the financial motivations of China.
Walk us through our initial response approaching these Murky Panda or Murky Panda adjacent cases.
I think the first and foremost is understanding the client environment, so we get a good map of understanding where the threat actor may be able to move to and may be hiding in the environment. We want good visibility, so we're going to be deploying the Falcon endpoint platform so that we understand, again, what's going on endpoints. We're also going to deploy modules like Falcon Identity, so we can look at all of the different identities, how they're being used, where they're being used, are they being used unusually? And then obviously look at things like Falcon Shield, so we can understand the SaaS application footprint, again, how identities are being used in SaaS applications, and understand what the exposure might be, what vulnerabilities may exist in the environment that the threat actor may have been able to exploit, but also are any of those endpoints exposed to the internet using Falcon Service to understand what that exposure rating is as well.
We've seen Murky cover the spectrum of those different domains. What makes them so dangerous that we need such broad visibility?
Murky is a sophisticated actor that is able to, even if we shut down a door over here, is able to pivot quickly. So understanding what that footprint looks like, understanding what their tactics and techniques are, it's very important to be able to build an eradication plan to move that threat actor out of your environment.
With an adversary like Murky Panda, having a coordinated remediation event is the right approach to ensure all their persistence mechanisms are eradicated.
It is a process that's a consultative process. The longer that they've been embedded, the more places they have to hide, the more ability they have to pivot, simply because, again, they may know your network better than you do. So that planned eradication has to understand all the different places that they may be hiding, all the identities that they may be using.
What else should organizations be doing from a services standpoint?
Proactive services are always the best way to protect our networks. So we want to be looking at compromise assessments, identity assessments to understand what accounts in our environment are stale, that have been sitting around for years but never used, how those accounts are being used, and what is the path to privilege escalation, a compromise assessment in your environment to understand maybe across the network, are there historical issues that you don't know about? Are there systems in your network that are vulnerable? And understanding those in a proactive manner and getting those fixed beforehand is going to be every organization's best tool.
Is there anything else we can offer to help them understand how they're prepared for a potential Murky Panda attack?
Engaging the CrowdStrike red team to come in and test those defenses, or perhaps world-class red team, blue team exercise, working with your team, the internal blue team, to look at attack paths into the network, be able to make sure that you have defenses in place for those, and testing ahead of time and being ready for that next attack.
All right, fantastic. Shelly, thank you so much. Murky Panda, a very formidable adversary, one we'll continue to battle and continue to fight the good fight. Thank you, Shelly.